Hey there, my friend. Welcome. My name is Dr. Anthony Balduzzi. I'm the founder here at the Fit Mother Project, and my team asked me to shoot a video on what busy moms and busy women who want to lose weight need to be focusing on. So this is our video on weight loss for busy women. In particular, we're going to cover 4 key factors, and my promise to you in this video is when you watch this, you're going to get the big picture perspective on the stuff you need to focus on to start losing weight and seeing results this week, and also how to make it practical for your busy schedule and the fact that you're probably managing a job and kids and all these different responsibilities. So the eating and the exercise advice you need needs to be time efficient and sustainable. So we're gonna cover all of that in this video. I know you're gonna learn a ton. So get out your pen and paper, take some notes, and let's dive on in. All right, so let's get straight into this video on weight loss for busy moms and working women. The first thing we need to do is understand the priorities that your body has when it comes to losing weight, because there's a big misconception that a lot of women have is that I need to go start exercising to lose weight. And believe it or not, although exercise is important, and we're certainly going to cover it a lot in number 3 of this video, it's actually not the most important stuff to initially focus on. The first most initial important thing to focus on is your sleep. So a lot of women don't realize that pretty much all of your fat burning hormones and pretty much your metabolism in general is synced up to your body's circadian rhythm. And your circadian rhythm is essentially the 24-hour clock that controls a lot of your master hormones. And what happens is if we're not sleeping enough, all of these hormones get out of whack, or our body becomes more insulin resistant, meaning when we eat sugar, essentially it gets stored more easily and we stop burning fat. And all of this happens when we miss sleep. So what we want to make sure you're doing is you're getting at least 7 quality hours of sleep. And so right now, if you know that you could be sleeping better and you're finding like you're restless and you're waking up in the middle of the night, or you're just not sleeping enough hours, then if you try to throw a diet on top of that situation, it's really not going to work. And what the research actually supports this is that women who do diet in a sleep deprived state, they lose weight at a lower rate than those who are sleeping well, and a lot of the weight that they do lose comes from muscle and not fat. So that's the actual worst scenario that we want. So instead, we got to fix your sleep first, because any diet that we throw on top of bad sleep is simply not going to work. The next priority is your eating. Healthy eating is more important than exercise when it comes to losing weight. So we're going to get into some of the specifics in number 2 here, but I need you to know that I'd say maybe about 80% of your weight loss results are driven by your sleep and your eating alone. And this is great news, because if you're a busy woman and you feel like you don't have time to go do long workouts, that's not necessary when it comes to losing weight. Yes, exercise can help, and it's going to be quote unquote the healthy icing on this cake, but eating itself is the most important thing. So we got to dial that in. I'm going to show you some simple practical strategies and I actually have a free gift meal plan for you as well on this video. So lots of good stuff to come. And then the third priority is actually not exercise again, it's daily movement. So our bodies have what's called a minimum activity threshold. Basically, the minimum activity exercise that our bodies need to function well. And if we do not reach this threshold, we're basically sitting down all day, whether it's in the car or at a desk job, etc. Our body's circulation is not working properly, and our brain's actually hunger and appetite circuits don't function properly. So we can find that we're having lots of hunger cravings. And there's a lot of new research that's coming out that's showing how scary prolonged sitting is. They're calling sitting the new smoking. And that's because humans are meant to move. We're up to be up and be active and doing things and moving our bodies. So this is why movement is actually more important than exercise. So what I'm trying to say is if you sleep for 7 hours, we get your healthy eating on point, and you move your body for 30 minutes per day, equivalent of around 5,000 steps, you can track that, you're well on your way to losing weight, and you do not need to formally exercise. So our team, we run the Fit Mother Project, and we also run a men's company called the Fit Father Project, and we have people who've lost 100 pounds with us who did not do a single formal workout, didn't hop on a treadmill, didn't lift weights, but they did sleep, eat mindfully, and move their bodies daily. So finally, after we have those foundations in place, exercise does help. And there's a specific kind of exercise I'm going to teach you in number 3 called MRT, which is metabolic resistance training, that will actually help you burn more fat and tone up your body and build some lean tone muscle at the same time. And it only takes around 25 minutes. So it's perfect for you if you feel like you're a really busy person. So that's first. Understand your priorities and get those into your head so you know what things I need to be focusing on. You don't beat yourself up for not necessarily having the time to go do long workouts when you know you could be losing weight by sleeping in your body. Now, number 2. As a busy mom, you need to start thinking about your eating plan, not in terms of what the latest fad diet is, like low carb or keto or this or that. You need to think of your meal plan in terms of what works best for your schedule. And this is a key principle that we teach here at the Fit Mother Project and the Fit Father Project. It's schedule-based eating plans. So we need to look at your schedule. What does your normal day flow look like? Do you up and take care of the kids? Do you get out to work at a certain time? Do you do this at this time, that at that time? You have a rhythm schedule, and we need to design a meal plan so it fits into that schedule in a seamless way. Because let's face it, if we don't do it that way, and if we don't design the meal plan to fit into your schedule, it causes friction. Imagine trying to eat 6 to 8 small meals per day and pack a cooler, right? That gets old over time. It gets hard. It's a lot of work. So what if we could take a lot of that work, friction, and resistance out of healthy eating and design a meal timing setup schedule that I'm eating at these times and it's reasonable, and you can be proactive about your eating instead of reactive and reaching for snacks in the afternoon or late night snacks, etc. That's very possible, and I want to help you with that in the second point by getting some actionable strategies. There are 2 main meal timing setups that we help women do, the most popular ones. The first one's the 4x4, which I'll get into in just a second, and the second one's intermittent fasting. We're going to talk about both of these, and I think you might fit into one of these 2 options. If you don't, or if you just even want to go deeper on this stuff, we have what's called our free Fit Mom Jumpstart, where we actually give you our meal plan, our workout, and some accountability coaching over 3 days to help you start losing weight this week. That's 100% free. We'll send that straight to your email, so there's links below on that. But let's get into the 4x4 meal plan. So what the 4x4 meal plan is, breakfast sometime around, let's just say 8 o'clock, could be earlier, we could phase shift these, lunch around noon, snack around 3, dinner around 7 or 8. So it's roughly a meal every 3.5 to 4 hours. And these times aren't rigid, but you can see how it's a pretty reasonable, like 8, noon, 3, 7:30. It's a pretty simple structure. So if you know the 4x4 works for you, if you're the kind of person who works out in the morning or needs a quick on-the-go breakfast, then the 4x4 could be a great plan. And what it might look like is making like a fat-burning shake in the morning, because it's simple and it takes very little time. We have recipes inside that free Fit Mom Jumpstart for you. A salad for lunch, a non-perishable snack like some fruit and nuts, and then dinner, a healthy dinner for you and your entire family, which will be some kind of protein plus some kind of veggie, and a small serving of some healthy carbs is optional as well. So this starts to look a little more simple. It's like shake, salad, snack, supper. That's on the 4x4 plan. And again, we can deep dive with you inside our free Fit Mom Jumpstart. Another meal timing setup that works really well for a lot of working and busy moms and women is the intermittent fasting, which is basically taking that 4x4 meal timing setup and just skipping that first meal, breakfast. So you're basically having your first meal around 11 or noon. You might have a snack at 3, and you'll have dinner around 6 or 7. That's a daily intermittent fasting kind of setup, and it works incredibly well. If you're a person who does not like breakfast, skip it. Hydrate in the morning. You can fast until that first meal, and there are a lot of good fat burning benefits to that. We have full separate videos on the intermittent fasting. My point of sharing this to you is essentially to get you start to think proactively about your nutrition instead of reactively. And it starts with the schedule, because the schedule gives us something to hang the structure on. And then we can get to the nitty gritties of whether this food's better than that food. We cover some of that in the free Fit Mom Jumpstart and actually give you a full foods list as well. But point being, if you do not know right now when your exact meal timing schedule is, this is your opportunity right now on this video that you found on the internet to help get that on track and decide, yep, this is when I'm gonna have my meals, and everything's gonna start to be a little more proactive. And then when we know when we're eating, we can start to do a little simple meal prep and make sure that you have healthy food available at all those times. It makes everything so much easier. Another thing I want to talk about is the concept of having go-to foods and go-to snacks. And we're going to talk about snacks in particular. We get into go-to foods in that free Fit Mom Jumpstart. But go-to snacks, so whether or not you're intermittent fasting or doing the 4x4 meal timing setup, sometime between lunch and dinner, so noon and let's say 6, is this long chasm that a lot of people don't know what to do between those 6 hours. And if you don't eat, you'll go into dinner feeling starving. And if you do eat, you need to have a kind of systematized go-to snack that's still healthy and doesn't have a ton of calories. So simple non-perishable go-to snacks are like a quarter cup of any kind of nut you like with some kind of organic piece of fruit. You could have a protein shake. You could have a mini salad thing that you bring. You could have some veggies that you steamed with a little bit of salt and some other stuff on there. There's lots of different options that you can do, but I want you to pick a go-to snack that you think that you'll love and you'll stay consistent with. For me, it often ends up being like a quarter cup of nuts with a piece of fruit, a tin of sardines with a half an avocado. Like those are some really simple ones, and I like them because they're very non-perishable. So whether I'm traveling or whether I'm doing stuff at the office or at home, I have a snack that kind of moves with me, so it makes that easier to stick to. I hope that starts to make sense. So that's number 2, schedule-based meal plans. We're gonna jump ahead because we have a lot of this stuff in that free Fit Mom Jumpstart for you to number 3, and that's time-efficient exercise. So in priority number 1, we talked about how daily movement and 30 minutes of daily activity is essential. So we're gonna assume you have that covered and you're getting your body moving, even if it's five minutes every other hour, as long as you're accumulating around 30 minutes exercise. Now we're gonna get into time-efficient MRT workouts. These are actual formal workouts. And the best kind of workouts for women who want to lose weight and get healthy on a short amount of time if you're busy is called metabolic resistance training, which is a combination of some of the best strength training exercises in a circuit with no rest. So I'm talking about movements like squats, like some deadlifts, like some shoulder presses, and some rows. So exercises that work your whole body. We're going to do those in a circuit without rest. So we might do 10 reps of squats, right into 10 reps of shoulder press, right into 10 reps of rows. And then we might drop down and do some push-ups on our knees or on our feet or whatever you can do. So this is a simple little circuit. And if you repeat that circuit, let's say 4 times, and you rest 1 minute in between completing every circuit, so you do 10 reps of all the exercises, rest for a minute, 10 reps of all the exercises, rest for a minute, then you're already on your way. If you do that like 4 times, you have an under 25-minute workout, and you've worked your entire body, and you're getting the cardio because you're stringing the exercise together, and you're getting the strength and metabolism boosting benefits of strength training. This approach beats plain old cardio every single day. It beats spending 30 to 45 minutes on the elliptical, and it beats classic strength training where you're just resting a long time in between sets. It's like this hybrid approach. That's what makes it so great for women. Now, we have a complete video waiting for you inside their Free Fit Mom Jumpstart. I actually give you our 24-minute metabolism boosting workout for busy moms that we're going to send to you as a part of that free jumpstart. But for the purpose of this, I just want you to know that the concept here is that we want to sprinkle in these 30-minute MRT workouts 2 to 3 times per week. So let's say we do it on a Monday, a Wednesday, and a Friday. Each workout gives your metabolism a boost for up to 24 hours. So on Monday, you get that metabolic lift that carries you to Tuesday. And on Wednesday, you get another boost. And on Friday, you get another boost. And that's how you can turn your body into a fat-burning machine and get your metabolism working like it might have 10, 15 years ago, because you're constantly elevating your metabolism with these MRT workouts. And what I just described, 3 30-minute sessions per week, that's 90 minutes. I know you're busy like me. All of us can find the time to sprinkle 90 minutes exercise in throughout the entirety of the week. So that's the MRT workouts. And we will deep dive with you in all of this in our Free Fit Mom Jumpstart. I want to give you the big picture here. And that also comes to this last important, very big picture point, which is about finding what we call your why power and your motivation. Because let's face it, you've probably tried to lose weight before, like the thousands of women we help with the Fit Mother Project. You probably tried diets, and maybe you were successful, but maybe you regained some of the weight. And maybe you're at a point where you're like, man, I actually want to make this a for-life thing. And that's why we need to understand when it comes to losing weight and keeping it off and living a healthy life, it's not just about our behaviors, it's also about our psychology. It's about understanding why we're doing what we're doing. So the reason I stay healthy is because growing up, if you haven't heard my story before, I watched my dad get very sick, not take care of himself, and die at 42 years young. And then I watched my mom struggle with her health as she was trying to keep our family together. So my why is understanding that health is foundational to our families, to everything we want to do in the world. So I know when I'm just eating my food or getting my workout in, it's not just for a six-pack, it's because this is congruent with what I believe to be foundational to life. So for you in your life, what is your why power? What really is motivating you right now on all levels to get and stay healthy? Is it your family? Is it something that you want to do and bring into the world creatively? Is it the fact that you do want to feel better about yourself? Is it the fact that you want to have better performance at work, at your job, to be a better role model for your kids? It might be a combination of all these reasons, but if you haven't gotten crystal clear on this, it's something I want to invite you to, because look, in any diet, even if something as simple as sustainable like we're laying out here, there's going to be bumps on the road. They inevitably happen. But if you have why power, that gives you the ability to stay on track and course correct whenever you need to and play this game over the long haul, not just for these quick fix, short-term fad diets. And on top of the why power, when you surround yourself with a group of like-minded people who are all going towards the same goal and understand why this stuff is so important, that is the accountability aspect in community, and makes all this stuff so much more amazing. And that's why all of our Fit Mother 30X program members see such great results, because we're doing all these schedule-based meal plans, time-efficient workouts, but we're also keeping each other accountable, and we're writing out our mission statements. And here's something cool. Because this is such an important aspect that not enough people talk about, when you do download our free Fit Mom Jumpstart series, we're also going to give you our mission statement document. I'm going to walk you through how to design a 30-day health mission statement. So what you want to create with your health, with your body, with your energy, and your family over the next 30 days. You're going to print that out, stick it somewhere on your bathroom mirror, and you're going to revisit it, and it's going to keep you motivated, and you're going to really start to feel more fire in your heart for the first time that, man, I'm really on track, and I know that I can actually keep this up. That's the feeling I want you to have, and it's the feeling we help thousands of women achieve here at the Fit Mother Project. So I hope you found this valuable. Again, the point of this video is not to give you every single detail. This would be like a 3-day long video, right? The point of this video is to give you the big picture overview to get you started, and to invite you to join that free Fit Mom Jumpstart, and to give you some ideas on what it's going to take to not just to lose the weight, but to keep it off long term. I hope you found at least one or two things in this video valuable. And if you did, and you like something, then drop us a comment below, let us know. And we definitely are looking forward to seeing you in that Jumpstart, seeing around our Fit Mother Project YouTube channel, and all the great, amazing stuff we have for you. So hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up if you like this, drop us a comment below, and I can't wait to see you in the Jumpstart, and I can't wait to see you around our Fit Mother Project YouTube channel. I'll talk to you very soon, my friend.